As a kid, this was one of my favorite LEGO minifigures. This is Captain Redbeard. I really liked him with his eye patch, his hook, and his wooden leg. In 2023, LEGO released an enlarged version of this minifigure. A minifigure tribute. This is LEGO set 40504. It was released in March 2023 for 599 Danish crowns. That's about 80 euros. This set consists of 1041 pieces and is exclusive to the LEGO house in Billund. If you don't live near Denmark but also want to have the set, you can find it on online marketplaces. Their resellers want to have about 100 to 140 euros. So that's a bit more expensive. This is my first LEGO house set. I never had an exclusive set before, at least not a LEGO house exclusive. And as you can see, the box looks slightly different than it does with normal LEGO sets. On the side, we get some information about the LEGO souvenirs and the minifigures in general. Also, here on the back, we get some general information about LEGO minifigures. And here some information about Captain Redbeard in particular. Well then, let's have a look what we find inside the box. This box is of better quality than other LEGO boxes nowadays. The box isn't glued closed. It got this flap here, which we can open. And now we can have a look inside. So we get to see all the bags with the BRIXX inside. The bags are all numbered, so we will have several different building sections. Then we get these plates here, which are loose. And also these three 1x1 round plates come loose in the box. They are not in any bag. And well, here we got stickers. Damn, I don't like stickers. And the booklet with the instructions. Then let's have a look inside the booklet. First of all, we get to know some facts about the LEGO house. Some facts about minifigures. Some facts about the minifigure collection in the LEGO house. Some background information about the set or the map which is used in the set. And the inventor of the LEGO minifigure. And another designer which also took part in creating the set. And yeah, some more information about minifigures in general. Yeah. And then we get to know that this set includes 9 different building sections. Alright. Then I will start with opening the first bags, and then I can start with step 1. I will come back to you as soon as I see something interesting or something doesn't work as intended. Step 4. For a Lego set, these are quite a few pieces we have to place in just one single step. 22 of those 2x2 tiles. Step 7. This is the first time that I'm using a gold bar in this color here. It's metallic gold and this just looks fantastic. I wish the gold bars would look always that cool. Lego uses gold bars in this color here since 2020. I have reached step 28. This step is part of the second building section. And here we have to use these 3 pieces in pearl gold. But when I have a look now at our pieces, we can see that there are problems with the color. This 1x1 brick here seems to have another shade of pearl gold than those 2 pieces here. Step 54. The individual segments are more complex than I thought they are going to be. Have a look at this segment here. We use quite a lot of Technic bricks here. Huh. This is going to be the torso. Step 71. In this step we have to put this Technic axle here in the hole of this turntable. And I don't really get why we are doing this. So you can see the Technic axle is cross-shaped and the hole in the turntable is round. This can't of course interlock. Why are we doing this? Is this an Easter egg I don't get? Strange. In the next step, step 72, we place a tile above this. The axle still is loose. Why did we do this? Step 109. We are in the 4th building section. The instructions, the booklet is broken here. I never had this before. It's in the middle of the instructions. Page 63 of 138. Strange. But what I actually wanted to show you in the step is this piece here. I haven't used it before. Lego introduced it last year in 2022 and it already appeared in over 20 sets. Impressive. Step 115. Here is another brick I haven't seen before. This ribbed brick here, which is only 2 plates tall, is in use since 2021 and it already appeared in almost 100 sets. I really like this brick. I think it's ideal for building pillars, for example. It's quite useful. Oh, I'm stupid. I know why we built it that way. Through this hole here, we can still reach the joint. We can put an axle through here and it will be connected with the joint in the inside. That's quite cool. Very complex building technique and I didn't get why we did this, but now everything makes sense. Step 128. Yeah, here we connect now the leg with the rest of the body, and here you can see that we stick that axle in this hole here. Can I marry those things with just one hand? Yeah. Great. Arrrr. Step 129. I don't like that some of the pieces have such huge injection points. These injection marks here are huge. It's really a dent. There was also another injection mark I saw before in one of the previous steps. Here, have a look at this huge panel here, and there we clearly can see a huge injection mark. Step 222. We are in the middle of the 7th building section and we are building Captain Redbeard's skull. Inside the skull we find an Easter egg which won't be visible once the build is completed because, yeah, in this step we cover it. But before I do so, I will show you the Easter egg. So there where normally the brain should be, Redbeard got a small palm tree on a tiny island in a little ocean. This shellback really is thinking of the sea all the time. Step 228. We have added flesh to Captain Redbeard's skull, and we have done this with the help of these 4x8 curved double slopes. These pieces are quite rare. They were introduced in 2022, so last year. They are quite young, and they only appeared in 5 sets so far. And this set even got a unique slope here. It's one of those curved double slopes, but with a print. Captain Redbeard's face. Arr. Step 249. This is the final step of the 8th building section, in which we have built big parts of a pirate hat. In this step we have to apply a sticker to a 4x4 tile. And I didn't even try this. I let my spouse do it because I'm absolutely not able to place stickers, at least not that accurately. I just hate stickers, and I don't get why we didn't get a print here. I mean, Lego clearly seems to be able to print something on 4x8 curved double slopes, but they are not able to do this on a flat tile half that size. I don't get it. And even when they give us prints, why don't we get even when they give us stickers, why don't we get transfer stickers? I mean, it would have been so much nicer, but no, we get a sticker with this black background, which is clearly in another shade of black than the tile to which it is applied. I don't understand this. By the way, while we are talking about different shades of black, have a look here at these hinge plates. At least one side of the hinge plates is in another shade of black than all the other BRIXX used here. Step 269 is part of the 9th building section. In this step, we have to place a sticker once again. And once more, my spouse had to do this. She is simply way more talented with such things. I wouldn't be able to place such a huge sticker on such a huge tile. It would have looked ridiculous. Well, when we have done this, we got this little map, which we will need in the build's final step, step 270. Here we place the map on Captain Redbeard's hand. Like this. And now our build is complete. I think this figure here really looks cool, and it comes very close to the original minifigure. Let's have a look what looks at what looks the same and what kind of differences we can find. Let's begin with the map, because yeah, that's what we have created in the end, at last. As you can see, the maps don't look the same. This here is a map from the original time frame in which this minifigure here was released. And the map for the tribute is actually a new map. It shows another landmass. What we can see here is Denmark, and Billund, the headquarter of LEGO, is marked with a red X. I also have read that the dotted lines here are supposed to indicate the directions from which the main designers of the set are from. So this dotted line here in the west goes to Great Britain, where one of the designers comes from, and the second line goes to the south, to Germany, where the second designer comes from. But there are also more details visible on this map. This ship here with those red and white sails is supposed to be the ship in which this minifigure appeared the first time in, I think, 1989. And here, this little skull here is supposed to be a skull of the minifigures which we had before we had the minifigures we know today. They looked a bit more, yeah, blocky, I would say. Alright, then let's take off this map, and then we can compare the figures better. Oh, by the way, let me just put the map back on this little fellow here, because there's actually something that I noticed. Let me put down the cam for a sec. I need 2 hands to do this. All right. Let's place the map back here too. And now when we compare the sizes of the map, we can see that they differ from each other. Of course, we have to think of the scales, but when we look at this map here, it looks a bit like, yeah, like a pizza box. you can see that it's a quite huge map and it almost reaches the minifigure's shoulder. This map here is way smaller. I would say it only has half the size of this one. Well, never mind. Now let's compare the figures themselves. Both of the minifigures, or both of the Captain Redbeards got a wooden leg, a hook, belts, a jacket, a green scarf, and yeah, a beard and an eye patch. Oh, and of course this navy thing, whatever it is called, and a hat. Here's also a difference. You can see the skull on this hat looks way bigger than it does on this hat here. This is a smaller skull compared to the size of the head. And yeah, there's also a difference in the numbers of buttons we got on a jacket. Here we get to see 3 buttons on each side. And our tribute only got 2 buttons on each side. The original minifigure only has a print on its front side, so that means this belt here is only seen on the front. Neither on the sides nor on the back. But our BRIXX belt goes all the way around. So our huge fella here is a bit more detailed. Well, you know how you can move minifigures, so I don't have to show this on this little fella here. But let's have a look at the big one, what he can do. We can turn his head. Yeah, all the way around like in The Exorcist. We can move his arms at least a bit. We can move his hands. Yeah, I just count the hook as a hand. And we also can move his hip. That's cool. And we also can move the legs individually. Like this. And as you can see, we can also remove the whole minifigure from its base. Or the whole tribute figure. I don't know how to call this thing. It isn't really a minifigure. It's too huge for being a minifigure. I think it's really well done. It looks amazing. But they could have done some parts better. For example, I don't get why they used this blue round plate here. Why? They simply could have used a plate in light bluish gray or in black. But why in blue? Our minifigure doesn't have anything in blue here. Also, here on the top of its head, which actually really looks cool, there we can see that underneath, below this satellite dish or whatever this is, there we have placed a red brick, and It simply peeks through this hole here. We should have used a black one. Oh, I beheaded our beloved captain. Okay. His back is set on. Back on. But it's really cool that he's so agile. He really moves well. Well, building the whole thing was very much fun. The only thing I didn't like during the building process were these stupid stickers. I really hate stickers. I mean, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prints. And why did they use stickers for these parts here? If you are as bad as me in placing the stickers, and if you don't have a spouse who can place them for you, then maybe you should consider ordering printed tiles here. You can find prints in the internet, and this makes placing stickers obsolete. I always prefer prints, but in this case it was necessary because I had somebody who could place them for me. But everything else about this build really is cool. I had much fun and I really like it. It will find a special place in my shelf.